Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Veos. I went ahead and did some changing around, took those numbers out of the end of the name there. And this is video 6. I'll be talking about two different designs. Sadly, one of them is not going to be the X2. That'll be in a later video. These designs are how to build the smallest little craft, or crafts, you can to get into space without using any rockets. One of them is completely out of the box crazy, and you'll see that one in just a little bit. And of course the other one has to deal with jet engines, so let's get started. Uh-huh. Come on. Has anybody else noticed that the loading time has increased slightly in V.21? Or maybe it's just me. Alright, here it is. This one is carrying a fairly heavier ion drive satellite, which I was going to take to the moon, or at least try. And as you can see, it has only one jet engine, a whole slew of ram air intakes. So let's go ahead and get this thing launched. I do not have a whole lot of time. It's almost midnight. Again. I wish I had more time during the day. Alright, as I fly this thing, blah, I will try to narrate the best I can. Full throttle, SAS on, spacebar. And release. Now normally I could just set this thing on its butt, but unfortunately the heavier the satellite got, the weaker the linkage between this tiny little fuel tank and this jet engine became, and it started breaking. And it would literally just sit there. As you can see, the fuel tank that we're using is the T100. And it will go quick, that's for sure. It's definitely only meant for a real fast, up in the air extravaganza. Nothing too long, nothing that lingers. Alright, about 5,000 meters. We'll go ahead and try to make it at 45 degrees. It's a little top heavy. I'll fix that in future designs. So you just kind of have to play with the WASD keys a little bit. Come on, there you go. The new SAS is kind of nice, huh? I don't have to constantly toggle it with the F with the F key in order to change direction. And there we go, 12,000 meters. Go ahead and level it out to about 30 degrees. Pickups as much speed as we possibly can. Try to keep it at 30 degrees for as long as you can. Maybe 35. Get back up there. Right now I'm spamming the S and A key, trying to keep it a little bit about 35. Just tapping it, just tapping it. As you can see, our speed is significantly increasing right now. 1000 ms and climbing. It's getting easier to control it the higher it goes. Alright, at 0.08 is when we start losing all engine power. And you can hear the engines dying down, so level it out. Try to get as much speed as you can. Alright, that's no problem. Throttle down a little bit. Anything you can get. Anything you can get. Bring it back down. Put it back up a little bit. Bring it back down. Right now we're just trying to squeeze it for as much as it's worth. And it is finally dead. Alright, let's check out our orbit. Not bad, 86,000 meters. Oh, okay. Sounds like it's still on. Nope, okay. Coming up onto, the engine is trying to stay alive. 70,000 meters. We are technically in space. We can go ahead and shed that nose cone. And not the most graceful of sheds, but it'll do in a pinch. Release. And activating small engine. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and level this sucker out until it completely runs out of fuel, which it just has. Let's see, that helped us push up to 93,000 meters. And we want to go ahead and unravel all of these. And I should have put those to action groups, but this is a fairly new design. I wasn't thinking about that. These, on the other hand, these communitrons, as well as this dish, I don't put on action groups, and I'll tell you why. We'll leave the ion engine on as well. Every little bit counts, and we got all our solar, I was about to say solar sails. Solar panels open, so the energy that's being sucked out of the battery is slowly dying, but not enough to worry. I don't put these on action groups. I think I explained this in a couple of my videos already, because if you do, and you accidentally hit that action group again, they close and they never open, because their status is fixed. But for some reason, it will actually close on you if you hit the action group again. So I just manually open them up and just leave them alone. Let's check out our orbit. And it's slowly growing. Come on. Alright, let me go ahead and deactivate that ion engine and let my power build up. Almost at orbital velocity, got about 200 some odd to go. And let's see, that's good. Turn it back on. Now 100,000 meters is our preferred targeted orbit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point the nose down just a little bit. There we go. Well, not too much. perigee, or periapsis. I'm going to try to get it just right. 8, 9, whoop. Alright, all engines off. We're still at we're in orbit, basically, but I want to get this, just right. And whoa, careful. Where are you going? And of course we will use the technique of engaging engines just before you get near the apoapsis, and then disengaging it. Stop. And engage. Stop. And engage. And what this does is it keeps the apoapsis at the level that you want, barely getting it to go up or down, but it increases the perigee. So you're kind of like kicking it down the street, basically. Instead of full burning it and watching it flip around and all the circuit stuff, you just pretty much burn a little bit, turn it off, burn a little bit, turn it off. Ah, crap, we went past it. That's okay. Because if you go past it, that's what happens. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, there we are. A satellite in space using a small little jet engine rocket-like vehicle. Now, this one is huge compared to the smaller one that I got up there earlier. I'll show you what it looks like. Of course, you've already seen this if you've watched my other videos. And normally I put 4 or 5 of these little guys up in here. There it is. Ooh, that's a nice view. Very basic. It's got a tiny little engine, little batteries, all your little gizmos, little strut, little probe body. Teeny tiny, but it works. Okay, now to blow your mind away. And let's see how I would do that. Shotgun's too messy. I know. I'll do it with the X2 Probe Space Flyer. Yes, it's a funky little name, but you're not going to believe how this thing actually gets into orbit. It's wild, to say the least. Now, I got this idea by watching one of Scott Manley's videos on how to build a small little craft that you can literally flutter the wings using the program's Kerbal Space Program little exploit that it has in these little winglets. That when you go in an up, W or S key, or wiggle it back and forth, it tends to create horizontal movement or acceleration. So I said, and I took this idea and I literally ran with it. And of course, this is like the 10th design. The first design that came out was only 2 wings and a probe body. But yeah, this thing can get into space and then use the rockets to get in orbit. This little thing. And I'll show you how it works. Just so the people know that I do not have gravity hacked, and there are no infinite fuel things on let alone allow part clipping in editors, which of course I did not use because that would be no fun. Alright, let's do this. As you can see, I'm tapping the S and W. You kind of got to wiggle your way up, kind of like swimming through the atmosphere. And if my computer doesn't freeze up, there we go. Notice the speed. Alright. Now I will just hold down the F key, which is the toggle for the SAS. And yeah, I hope you're sitting down. Here we go. A little bit more speed. And F key. She just jumped to 500 ms in a few seconds. Alright, here comes the good part. You want to put your caps lock on so you can have easier control over the craft. You don't want the sharp control that having caps lock off would offer. And yeah, pretty much the same thing as you do with the well, let me turn that off and get some speed here. Pretty much the same thing with a regular SSTO. You want to stay level, build up your speed, and then point straight up. So let's try this. I've had plenty of practice, so we should be able to get it. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Holding down T. Yep, I was going way too slow. I need some speed here. Alright. Okay, holding down F key. Alright, we're getting some good speed now. And SAS on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, easy, easy. Here we go. Try to keep it in the middle. Try to keep it in the middle. Easy. Whoa. Yep, 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 yep. It likes to flip. Don't worry, don't worry. We're still good. We're in the game. Okay, we're not in the game. Turn it off. As you can see, it's experimental. Here we go. SAS back on. 500, 600, 700, 800. Keep your eye on the ball. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and pull up, pull up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get into space with no engines at all. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, 1,300 meters. Beautiful. Now in the next video that I'll be making, I'll show you how you build one of these. It's pretty straightforward. Just put a whole lot of control surfaces on it. Use the smaller fuel tanks to conserve on weight. A whole bunch of struts, because this thing, I don't know if you've noticed, but that G-force meter was jumping all over the place, and it likes to tear apart on you. But yeah, there she is. We'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And that's good. Bring her down. And activate engines. Little under 1/3 power is fine. You'll basically almost use all your fuel. It'll say like 3 point something rather. So you burn through a good 95% of it. Alright, you're pretty much aiming for about 2,200 some odd meters per second. You're already halfway there. Try to stay behind the apoapsis. Once you get past it, it's really hard to get back behind it. And of course, once you get past it, that means your orbital course is heading straight down, which doesn't help your orbit any at all. So you want to keep your orbit at a more of a level or heading up direction. Once you go past the apoapsis, you're no longer using fuel efficiently in order to make an orbit, because you're pretty much pointing, you might as well be pointing straight down. Almost there. 1700, 17,000 ms climbing. Come on, baby. I'm gonna turn down the fuel a little bit. Try to conserve it as best as I can. Ooh, 5. Come on, come on. 4. Oh dear. I don't think we'll be making it this time around. Whoa. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go. 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. Ha! Ha! We ran out of fuel just as we made a complete orbit. Like I said, it's still experimental, so it's not perfect. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what kind of flight vehicle you would call that. Kind of takes off like a bat out of hell, literally, and then uses rockets to get itself into an orbit. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, and with that, I will leave you be and go to bed. This is Veos, signing off.